Okay, welcome to today's class on the Scott Leroy Marketing Templates. My name is Leah with Scott Leroy Marketing, and in today's class I'll be showing you how to utilize the templates on our website, which is scottleroymarketing.com. And we have a whole bunch of different templates on there, from email signature templates, which we'll be focusing on in today's class. We also have open house flyer templates, property templates. The list goes on, and I will definitely show you a list of all of our templates so you can start to utilize those. Now, I will point out noteworthy moments in today's class, so if you are taking notes, actually this beginning part is the noteworthy moment. So there are two main things that you'll need to know to utilize our templates. The first thing being you will need to make sure you are logged into a Google account, okay, or your Gmail account. And that's why you are looking at a Google page on my screen here right now. So if you would like to go ahead to go to google.com or gmail.com, either one is totally fine. If you are logged in, okay, it will show you on the top right of google.com, it will show you either your initial in a circle on the very top right, or perhaps your headshot in a circle on the top right if you have your headshot entered in. As you can see on my screen, I am not currently logged in, and that's why it's prompting me to sign in, this blue button on the top right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll click sign in. If you are logged into your Google account, great, hold tight, you're a step ahead. Now when you click to sign in to your Google account, it could either prompt you to go ahead and put in your Gmail address, and now your KW email address is a Gmail email address if you have never utilized that before. So you can go ahead and type in your kw.com email address. Okay, and again, for your KW email address, you will want to make sure to put in the @kw.com at the end of that. All right, and if you've logged into Gmail before on your computer, it might just give you a list of email addresses to select, so you can select either your KW email, or if you have a personal Gmail account, that is totally fine to use as well. And I'll explain in just a moment why you'll need to be logged into your Google account. So again, you'll want to go ahead and put in your password here and click next, and it should log you in right away to your Google account. Now the reason that this is such an important step is that our templates are all used through Google Slides. If you have not used those before, I'll be showing you what that looks like in just a moment here. But it is a Google product that you'll be utilizing on our template, so that's why you'll need to be logged into a Google account. And that is a big noteworthy moment. You will not be able to utilize our templates without logging into a Google account, so that's why I'm stressing that so much here. I can tell I'm logged in to my Google account because now on google.com I see my headshot on the top right, or it might be your initial on the top right if you don't have your headshot in. So check, we have done the first step in utilizing our templates. So now let's get into the fun stuff of actually looking at our templates. So if you could, you can now type in your address bar, scottleroymarketing.com. Okay, again, that is Scott with two T's, Leroy, L-E-R-O-Y, marketing.com. Let me go ahead and send that out as well, just so you guys have a direct link to it if you'd like to click on it. Okay, so that'll be in your chat window. So again, that is scottleroymarketing.com, and that's where you'll go to utilize all the resources on our website. Now once you get on over to our website here, you'll want to scroll down slightly past this large image at the top, where you'll see KW Resources on this white toolbar here. Now this KW Resources tab is your best friend as a KW agent. This is where we have centralized all of your KW tools that you can utilize our services absolutely free. And so this is a great place to explore here. We do have a training class on all of our services. If you would like to know more about everything that we provide, feel free to check that class out on slmtraining.com. The name of the class is just SLM Overview, and you'll be able to learn about all the different items that we're happy to help with. So we basically go down everything on this KW Resources tab. In today's class, however, we are going to focus on this templates option on the very bottom of this dropdown. So again, we are hovering over KW Resources, so just hover your mouse there. You don't need to click, and that'll be on the white toolbar. Let's come on down to where it says templates from that drop down. And you can go ahead and click on where it says templates. So once you click, it may prompt you to log into our site. And now if you've never logged into our site, it will be your Market Center number. Now let me show you real quick where you would find your Market Center number if you are not sure. All right, one second here. So on your MyKW accounts, this should look familiar to you, right? This is mykw.kw.com. You can always find your Market Center number on the very top right of your MyKW account. It'll be on that red toolbar there. Okay, so that, just a heads up, that is your password to our website to utilize all of our resources. So coming back on over to our website here, I can just go ahead and type in my Market Center number that I found on the top right of MyKW. And of course, you can go ahead and click on Remember Me, so you don't have to type that in again. So it's just purely the Market Center number. And click Log In. Alright, so once you click Login, it will take you to all of our templates here. And you will need to scroll down. And just a quick pointer, there is a video at the top of your screen here that will go over how to set up these templates as well. So if you're ever doing this in the future and forgot what I said, no worries, you can always access this video right away. So let's scroll on down to this template section and you'll see a bunch of red boxes going down your screen here. So these are all the different categories of the templates that we provide. So there's a whole long list here. I'm going to go down and point out some of my favorites. Okay, I have a lot of favorites, so bear with me. Alright, so we're just going to go over a few of these items so I can point those out to you, and then we'll focus on how to create the templates next. Alright, so some of my favorites, just a heads up, these business cards right here, you do have the option. We created a tool on here for you to order business cards from our website. We partnered with a company named Brandco, and you can order your business cards through them. So those templates are different because those are through Brandco, but great to point out in case you need business cards. But coming on down this list, email signatures right here, that's where we'll be focusing in on today's class. Those are those email signature banners that you may have seen your coworkers sending you an email, and they have this nice, beautiful, crisp email signature banner with all of their information, their headshot, their branding. So that's what we'll be focusing on in today's class, but really awesome to have one of those email signatures. Other favorites on here, Facebook cover photo. If you have a Facebook business page, you might have noticed that really large banner photo at the very top of your business page. And it's kind of like, what do I put there, right? So we created some ideas for you, and these are just templates, so these are completely editable. We just made a general outline for you, and you can edit them to your liking. We have for sale flyers here, home buyer tips. So I'm scrolling on down, just pointing out a few of my favorites here. Just sold flyers, those are big ones. We have ones on the KW app, a letterhead, those are widely used as well. Moving to KW, if you'd like to announce that to your sphere, that's great to utilize. You can order name tags here. I know I'm going a little fast here, but I just want to point out some of my favorites because there's a whole big list here. We do have open house sign-in sheets, open house flyers, price reduction, and the list goes on and on here. All right, so these are really great to utilize in your marketing, so feel free to take your time scrolling through, and of course you just click on any of these red options here to view those templates further. So now that you got a preview of all the different templates that we provide, let's go ahead and learn how to edit those and how to utilize those. So go ahead and scroll up to the top, near the top of your page, where you'll find email signatures. These are alphabetized, so email signatures will be in the right-hand column, kind of near the top of your list here. I'll give you a second to go ahead and find those. And now you can follow along with any of the templates in here if you'd like to. The concept will be the exact same. But if you'd like to follow along with me, I am going up to email signature box in the right-hand column and go ahead and click on that option there. Now once I click on where it says email signatures, it will take you into your Google Drive, and it will show you a couple folders here depending on how many templates we have for that category. We have a whole bunch of different email signature templates, so we put them in different folders here to make it a little less overwhelming. So you can double click on any of these folder names to view all of those signature templates further. I'm going to go ahead and select the modern email signature, that first folder there. If you would like to follow along with me, just to learn how to do it, we'll just be practicing in today's class, and you can always come back and browse these further. So again, I'm double clicking on the modern email signature folder, that first folder here. And that will take me into the folder, which it has a whole bunch of different modern email signatures. And of course, you can browse through and you can double click on any of these if you'd like to preview that larger. Now typically, of course this is totally up to you, but typically I see these email signature banners with a headshot in there. A headshot is really great for branding. So I'm going to go ahead and double click on one of the options that has the headshot on it. So one of Scott's lovely faces here. Okay, we'll of course be changing that out to yours. So go ahead and double click on any of these signatures here. I'm going to go ahead and select the third one over, modern email signature number 010. So I'll just double click to pull that up in a new tab here. And there are a whole bunch of different ones, so depending on what information you want on it, this one only has, phone number and email address. So if you look at some of the other ones, sorry I didn't notice that before double clicking on that one, some of the other ones will have more information like city and zip and your office location, so that might be a better one to pick in my honest opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and actually select one that does have that so I can give you, more detailed information on that. So I'm going to go ahead and select this 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one over here so I can show you more information on that. Of course, you can select any of these and the concept will be the exact same. Alright, so again, we just double clicked on any of the signature templates that we like. Now, as we were talking about noteworthy moments, and I did mention there are two main things that you'll need to know in order to utilize our templates. And one of those was logging into a Google account, and again I can see that I am still logged in because I can see my headshot or my initial on the top right in a circle here. If I click on that, it will show me what Google account I'm logged into. So really important, that was noteworthy moment number one. And this is the other big one, so follow along with me here. Right, you're saying you can't edit without permission, and that is what I'm about to review, so just hold tight here. So the second noteworthy moment that you will want to write down, you will 100% need to do this in order to edit this. Okay, so you'll notice you can't just click to start editing it right now. What you have to do is come up to File, right under where it says the email signature name on the top left here. So it says modern email signature, let's say. You'll see File right under it. And you'll 100% have to click where it says Make a Copy. This is a very, very important step. You will not be able to edit any of our templates without knowing this step. So go ahead and write that down if you are taking notes. We come up to File, right under the email signature name, okay, to the right of this Google slide icon, and we select Make a Copy. Now what this is doing is copying this template into your Google Drive so that you can start editing it. So I'm going to click Make a Copy here. It will pop up this box here of copying the document. It'll give you the option to rename that email signature. So if I want to rename that as, let's say, Leah's real estate email signature. Okay, whatever you would like to name it, only you will see that file name. And you can leave the folder alone there on the bottom. You don't have to change that. So we're just renaming that and clicking OK. Now once I click OK, it will open that new email signature in another tab. So you'll notice at the top of my screen here, I have a tab that has this yellow square here that has the original name of the email signature, that modern email signature. And then a second tab here with this yellow square, the Google Slides icon, that has what I named the email signature. And that's what we need to be on. Okay, so you can go ahead and X out the other one that just has the original name of that email signature if you would like to. Just make sure you don't get confused. You just have to make sure you have your new file name. Like I named mine Leah's Real Estate email signature. That would need to be on the top of your tab to edit that. So now you'll notice, since I did copy that into my Google Drive, I have full editing rights. Now these are just templates, so they're completely editable. So you can simply double click on any of the information to highlight that and replace it with your information. You can click on the right side to backspace and add your full name here. Same concept goes for every piece here. So the phone number, we can absolutely change this out as well. So you'll want to go ahead and put in your phone number here, our email address. And so forth, okay? So all of this information is as simple as clicking and backspacing to replace it with your personal information instead. Now let's talk about replacing images on your email signature. Assuming you don't want Scott's lovely face on your email signature, we'll want to change this out to your headshot instead. Now the easiest way to change out your headshot on these pieces or any images on a piece, so if you're creating a property flyer and you need to change out the image of a home to your listing instead, this is the best practice for that on all of our templates. Simply click on the image that's currently there. We're going to right click on that image. Okay, so we are right clicking on the headshot in this case. This will go for any image that you're trying to replace. Just a quick tip, if you are using a Mac to right click, that's two fingers to right click. And we're going to go down to replace image. Okay, this is a very important way to do that. If you go to replace image, it will keep the same formatting of the photo and you won't have to resize it. It will stay fit to where it is. So again, I right click on the photo and go to replace image. You'll see a few options here of how you can replace that image. Most commonly used is upload from computer. So assuming you have your headshot on your computer, we'll go ahead and click upload from computer. You'll then be able to browse your computer and find your headshot right away. So you can go ahead and find your headshot and double click on that to pull that onto your new cool email signature right away. All right, so that is a really important way to do it. If you're replacing any images on our templates, whether it be on a property flyer, replacing the home image or your headshot, again, we right click and then go to replace image. It will make your life tons easier. All right, same goes for any, if you would like to change out the logo here, you can change out the logo to be, let's say, your brokerage logo instead by right-clicking and clicking Replace Image. But let's say you would like to add the logo for your personal brand. So if you have like a Bass Properties or Smith Homes logo that you had created for your business, how you would add additional photos is by coming up to this top toolbar here. And you'll want to select the icon that looks like kind of like a postcard with mountains in it. That's what I always think of at least. It is kind of the universal image of adding images. So if you go ahead and click on that icon on the top toolbar here, it will give you the option to upload from your computer. Okay, similar options here. So we can simply do that. Click upload from computer. It will browse your computer so you can pull in that right away. So I could just find my logo wherever I have that saved on my computer, double click on that to pull it in right away. Of course, you can resize your logo by clicking on the little squares on the very top left. Okay, all the outsides of your logo, you can click on that to resize that right away. And you can drag and drop it wherever you'd like it. And just a reminder, this is just a template. So you can completely edit it. If you find that you like a template but would like to make some changes to it, like for example, would like your name to be in a different color to make it stand out more, you absolutely can. To do that, you would simply just highlight the piece of information you're trying to change the color of. So you can click to drag to highlight that information. When you do that, you will have the options on this top toolbar. Okay, this top toolbar is pretty universal. These icons here, very similar to Word and so forth. So you can change if it's bold, you can change the font name here. So if you would like a different kind of font instead, you can change the font size and the color. Changing the color will be the A. And it's kind of hard to see because it's currently white, but there is a little white line under it, so I could change that to, let's say, red instead to make that pop a little more and match my logo here. All right, so play around with it. It is a template. Make it your own. Brand it to your business. If you use certain coloring to brand yourself, to make yourself stand out, you can totally utilize that on these templates. All right, so that is how you would go about editing our templates. And I will show you at the end of class how to get back to this template and where you would go to continue editing this. So if you're not quite done yet, no worries. I'll show you how to get back and continue editing that. So let's talk about now going ahead and exporting this email signature and how you would add it to your actual Gmail email signature. So you can start utilizing that. So what you'll want to do first is come up to File on the top menu here. So that's right under your email signature name or your file name here. We're clicking on File. Let's go to Download As. And this will sound a little funky to you, but bear with me. We're going to download as PDF. Okay, so we're going to File, Download As. We're actually going to select PDF. Okay, we have done some research on how to make these email signatures display the most crystal clear on the bottom of your email signature. So we did discover just one extra step that definitely pays off to go ahead and do. So follow along with me. If you have any troubles on this, we're happy to do this for you. But let's go ahead and go to File, Download As, and we'll select PDF. And depending on what browser you're using, we'll go ahead and download that. I'm in Chrome, so it puts my downloads on the very bottom of my screen here. So there is just one extra step I'd like to take you through, and then we'll go ahead and add the signature to our emails. So we're actually going to bring up a new tab. So if you are in Chrome, you would pull up a new tab by clicking on the plus sign to the far right of all of your current tabs. Okay, so we're pulling up a new tab. And we're going to go to the website PDF. So P as in Paul, D as in dog, F as in Frank, the number 2, jpg.net. Don't worry, I'll say that a bunch more, and I'm going to send that out in our chat as well here. All right, so if you would like to just go ahead and click on that, that may make your life a little bit easier there. So again, I'll review that a few times here. It is big on the screen here, a little funky font. But that is PDF, the number 2, jpg.net. So make sure you're putting .net at the end, not .com. That's PDF, the number 2, jpg.net. All right, so what we're going to be doing is converting our PDF that we just downloaded into a JPEG file, which is a picture file. And this method makes it the most crystal clear possible. So the first step that you're going to want to do is scroll down slightly, and you'll see in a blue button here it says choose a PDF file. So it's just a couple steps here. It's as simple as clicking choose a PDF file. It will then browse your computer. So typically it will be in your downloads automatically. So if you'd like to navigate on over to your downloads folder, And it should be at the top of your downloads here, okay, if it's in order of the date modified, which it typically is. So you'll just need to double click on that email signature file that you have. And I can see that pulled it in right here. So all we'll need to do now is click Convert PDF to JPEG, that next blue button. So I'm clicking the button, the blue button there that says Convert PDF to JPEG. And it will then show you your downloads on the top right here. Now we just need to download the very first page, just page 1. The other pages are just instructions that we have. So you can click View if you'd like to view to make sure that this is your email signature banner. Okay, you can click View. That's what I just did to make sure that was the correct page. But what we ultimately need to do is click Download. So we are downloading that back from the site here by clicking that blue link that says Download next to page 1 specifically. Now, if this whole step just hurt your brain and you don't want to have to deal with this, no worries. Feel free to email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com and you can send over that PDF file of the email signature. We're happy to convert this for you and add it to your email signature for you, so that's no problem. But if you're feeling pretty good and you are ready to add this email signature to the bottom of your emails, let's go ahead and finish off the process to take a look at how that's done. So we are almost there. Let me go ahead and send out the code to join. We're about to wrap up class, so I'm sorry about that. But this is the conference ID. All right. So if you could now, we're going to go to gmail.com. So if you would like to put that in a new tab, of course you just click the plus sign on your screen. I'm sorry, to the far right of all of your tabs, to add a new tab there, and we'll want to go to gmail.com. So we're going to gmail.com and it should log you in automatically because we had to log in to Google at the beginning of class in order to utilize our templates. Yeah, no problem. So what we'll need to do now, just a quick note, in order for this to work the best, you can only be logged into one Gmail account at a time. So if you are logged into more than one Gmail account, you would be able to tell by clicking on your headshot, your initial on the very top right of your Gmail account, and it would show you if you're logged into more than one Gmail account. And just a heads up, it's a lot harder to add an image to your Gmail account or to your email signature if you are logged into more than one account. And I'll expand on that in just a moment here, but I just wanted to give you a heads up to go ahead and make sure you're only logged in to the one Gmail account that you need to add that email signature to. So assuming that we are all logged in to just our one Gmail account that we want to add our email signature to, the last few steps here is we're going to go ahead and click on that settings gear on the very top right of your Gmail inbox. So that's the settings gear on the very top right of your Gmail inbox. Let's go ahead and select where it says settings here. So settings gear, and we're selecting settings from that drop down. It will then take you into your Gmail settings here, and we'll want to scroll down about halfway down the page. Let me remove this so we can add a new one. And you'll see the signature option here. Okay, so you'll see the signature box, I guess more towards the bottom of the page here. It's the biggest text box, so it should kind of catch your eye there. And now to add in an email signature, of course you can just type in this box here and apply any of these icons here. But to apply the email signature we just created in today's class, we'll go ahead and click on that universal icon I was telling you guys about that looks like a postcard with mountains on it. Okay, that's the insert image icon. And just a quick note, if you're not sure about what an icon does, if you just hover your mouse over it, it'll pop up a little speech bubble that tells you what that icon does. That's a handy tip there. So I went ahead and clicked on the icon that looks like a postcard with mountains in it. And you have some options here of how to add in your email signature. Now, if you are only seeing an option to add via web address here, that is because you were logged into more than one Gmail account. So that's what I was talking about just a moment ago. So if you are only seeing the option to add it via web address, just make sure to log out of all of your Google accounts and then only log into the Gmail account that you're trying to add the email signature to. But hopefully we have this option to add it in by clicking upload. So go ahead and select that option here. Okay, if you're feeling pretty fancy with technology, you can drag and drop the email signature that you created into this box here. I know I really like dragging and dropping. But if you're not sure, let's go ahead and click on select a file from your computer, that blue button there. Just to make sure we're getting the correct file here, we're clicking select a file from your computer. It will then browse your computer, and this file should be in your downloads automatically. Right? We downloaded it from that site, so it should be under downloads, and it should be at the very top. Right? Typically your downloads are sorted by the last modified or the last downloaded item. So it should be at the very top of your list here. You should see that it says your email signature file, specifically with .jpg at the end of it. So look for that file extension at the end, .jpg. It will not work with a .pdf. It needs to be the .jpg specifically. So once I double click on that item there, it will then pull in my nifty new email signature here. And it may be a little big for you. If that is the case, you can absolutely resize that by clicking on the email signature image here. And when I click on that, it will give me a little bar under that email signature banner that gives me the option to toggle the size to large, medium, small, or original size, okay, depending on which one you like the best. Just a quick tip, if you're not crazy about any of the size option it gives you, if you log into your Gmail account on Firefox, only Firefox for whatever reason, it will allow you to manually expand the size of the email signature image. Okay, so that's only on Firefox. You can log into gmail.com and manually resize that. Just a quick tip. That helps out. Alright, so once you get it the size that you would like it to be here, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of my page and click Save Changes. Clicking Save Changes on the very bottom of your screen there. And it should take you back to your Gmail inbox. Now just to double check that that did work, let's go ahead and click on Compose on the very top left of your Gmail inbox. I'm clicking Compose. Sorry, let me take a look at your question here. Is the business card your signature, i.e. not an actual signature? In this style, it does definitely look like a business card. However, this is an email signature specifically. So if I go to Compose, it does absolutely look like a business card. It's just one of the modern email signatures. Some of the other email signature banners we have are much longer, so it'll stretch the length of your email. If you prefer that instead, check out the other email signature. Awesome. Other email signature templates. There are a whole bunch in there that you guys can browse from. But once I click Compose on the top left, it will show me that on the very bottom here. So I could just start clicking. Just start typing my email. Now, if you guys have any trouble after you created the email signature, so once you've created it, if you have any trouble getting it on the bottom of your actual email here, we are happy to help you with that. So if that's the case, feel free to email support@scottleroymarketing.com. Feel free to send over your email signature file, and we are happy to add that to your email account for you. That is no problem. So let us know if you need help on that. The very last thing I'm going to show you in today's class is just how to get back to editing this email signature if you still need to work on it. And this will be how you would get back to editing any of the templates, such as the property flyers we have, once you've started creating that. So what you'll do, You'll have to be logged into the Google account that you started creating that template from. So check, we are in that. So now we'll need to click on the 9 dots in a square on the very top of your Gmail inbox here. And that will show you all your Google apps. So again, I am clicking on the kind of the grid looking icon on the top right. It's like 9 dots in a square there. And we'll want to focus on where it says Drive. Okay, if you're not familiar with Google Drive, it's a really great resource. It's kind of your cloud storage that you can access anywhere you are. So any files you add to Drive, you can access from any computer or your phone or tablet, wherever you are. So pretty cool there. Again, we're clicking on the Google Apps icon on the top right, 9 dots in a square, and select Drive. It's the icon that looks like a triangle with multicolors there. And that will take you in to your Google Drive here. And as you can see, I've taught this a couple times here, so I do have a bunch of email signatures, but you should only have really one in there, so it should make your life a little easier in finding that. Now to start editing it further, or to continue editing your signature further, make sure you look for the file that has the icon of a yellow square with a white rectangle in it. That is the Google Slides icon, and that means it is editable. Okay, you can only edit the ones that have this yellow square. So to continue editing that, I would simply double click on it to pull that file up, and I can keep editing it. And that'll go for any of our templates. So feel free to check out our templates. Let us know if there are any templates that you are looking for that we don't have. We are always trying to add more for you guys to make sure we have everything that you guys need for your business. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com. We're more than happy to help you with this, and I hope you guys enjoy our templates and enjoy the rest of your Friday. Thanks, guys. Take care.